All right. As promised, we are delivering. Ag Commissioner Mike Strain's in the house. Commissioner Strain, Dr. Strain, good morning. How are you?
Good. Oh man, I am absolutely great. We got a real busy weekend going on. Tomorrow I will be with Louisiana Women in Agriculture, and that is a big deal. That's at Alexandria at the Randolph Center.
Okay.
And it's 2 full days for the ladies in agriculture. And if you think about it, most of the time, unfortunately, the ladies outlive the men, and they end up with the farm.
Okay.
And so that's kind of the impetus where this started. But it's all about everything from economics, talking about, future trends in agriculture. I'll be addressing them at noon tomorrow, and it'll be a big crowd. We expect 200 to 300 people there.
Wow.
And then Saturday, of course, I will be at the Strawberry Fest. Strawberry Festival begins at noon.
They added
tomorrow.
an extra day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The parade is at 9:30, and if you've never been, there'll be 100,000 people in downtown Ponchatoula,
Crazy.
and it's all about strawberries, and a lot of fun. Jazzy be there and everything, And
we got to Jazzy last time around.
That's right.
Jazzy.
Yes. Well, that's okay. So there's always time, and you can come with me to the parade if you want to meet Jazzy, and we're gonna be having a great time. But it's celebrating, strawberries, which is a huge part of our culture. And there's so many things going on.
I went on my little scavenger hunt here. I went to Fresh Pickens Market on Coursey and walked in and got some Louisiana strawberries, which, by the way, come to us from Liuzza's.
I'll tell you what, if you know the Liuzza family, now Anthony and I have been friends, at least probably between 30, maybe going on 40 years. And he's just something. He's just a tremendous individual. We've had a lot of fun. But you're talking about hardworking.
Mm-hmm.
You go out there at Liuzza Farms, a few hundred acres, they produce so much. And they're, when you talk to the Liuzza family, the whole family, they are intense about what they do. They really, and I mean
it's
that.
Gorgeous, though.
That's what I mean.
Gorgeous.
It's beautiful. It's a park setting, and everything is just magnificent. And when you look at the products, or you taste their berries, or, if they're growing bell peppers or tomatoes, it's just their heart and their soul is there. It is not a 9 to 5 work day for them.
No.
It's
because you can add to that and add the weekends in on it as well. Because 3 weeks ago, or I guess was it 3 weeks ago now, our own traffic reporter Taylor Sharp got married. The wedding reception was out at Liuzza Farms.
Well, and that's becoming a big deal. A number of years ago, we developed the agritourism.
Mm-hmm.
And it took quite a bit to get all that put together. Mm-hmm. And so now, there's an official approval process where you go to be a certified agritourism, and it goes through the Ag Center and us. And because we look at safety, we look at what you're doing, all these things. But it's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a huge event. And if you look at Liuzza's, what's there, or if you look at, the Four Brothers, crawfish farm, and all the things, the agritourism is now a huge part of what we do.
Do the alligator farms fall into that?
Some do, yes.
Okay.
Like the Instigator.
That's my one right
absolutely.
there.
Where else can you go and have an alligator barn in your hand? What a unique.
August, by the way.
Yeah, in August. What a unique experience to have that. And again, all of that is just so much fun. But agritourism has added another part. If you look at it, I'll give you, for instance, now we have the river boats. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The riverboats going up down the river. So they stop at Four Oaks Farm, and they bring a busload of people, and they go out to the farm. And, of course, tourists, they really want to see. They want to touch our ambiance. They stop at Homer's house. They stop, they go all the way up into Morganza and Point Capay, different stops along the way. They go to Four Oaks Farm, and they go there. They see everything. They get to go out where they're catching crawfish. They look at the farm. They have a crawfish ball farm. They've got a gift shop farm. So it does several things. One, they get to see and understand Louisiana agriculture, but also, economically, it's tremendous. It's really tremendous, and all of that works together. And if you look at what is crawfish is agritourism, and because if you look at where we started.
Never thought of it like that.
Yeah, when you look at where we started, you go back 40 years ago, or for me, 50 years ago, when we started catching crawfish, we would just go out in the bayou with a net and catch a few crawfish. We had an old cut-off beer keg that we would use to boil. That's what we had, right? And you eat a few crawfish. Now think about the crawfish ball and look at the restaurants. Go to Crawfish USA and Henderson.
Yeah.
And so look at that, and you see this whole industry built around a crawfish. And so if you talk about the wild caught, and then again our farm crawfish, you know, we have rice. We do 2 cuttings of rice, and then what? It's crawfish time. Crawfish is now over $250 million a year business from that beautiful little crustacean, and it continues to get better. And so when you add all this together, you know, when you look at modern agriculture, it's not, as we say, 80 acres and a mule.
Right.
It's complicated, it's intense, but it all works in together.
You put that on the picture I just texted you on the big screen. We got Ag Commissioner Mike Strain in the house. Hey, you mentioned crawfish. I was thinking about you last Sunday.
Were you?
You mentioned
I saw
crawfish.
that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
This was the look at the steam coming off of those bad boys.
That,
the crawfish that we did for Easter Sunday. Now, next picture over, that's where I was thinking about you.
How you say yam right? Isn't that good? Yam right. They are good.
We
Look
did
at those,
the sweet potatoes
those
and
are
the
some
crawfish.
beautiful crawfish, and I see you've got some corn in there.
We do.
You got some onions. You got some mushrooms. And when you do that for the crawfish boil, and I tell you what you can do. You take those sweet potatoes if you got any left over, right? And, you know, some people boil it all separate, and then they boil the crustacean separate, or they mix it all together. But you take that, and you can either peel that and then make it into what we call sweet mash.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes.
It didn't make it that far, Mike.
Oh, it didn't make it there. I understand.
No.
And I'm sure you had some, what we call RB. You know what RB is?
No, what is RB?
Real butter.
Well, of course.
Real butter. What? Real butter?
Yes.
Yes, I understand. But it's just, and it's healthy, it's nutritious, it's a lot of fun. And it's a big industry in Louisiana. But it's a beautiful picture.
What we do, I know, right? I did okay with my iPhone.
Really good.
By the way, if you're not watching this on Facebook Live, it's on the big screen behind us here. So what my cousin does, he puts them all in a bag, in the same boil as the crawfish, but he puts them all in a bag so you're not fetching them all over the place, and then dumps the mesh bag out over the top of it. So you boil them whole, and then you chop them afterwards. And you talk about peeling them. I mean, basically, you just pinch the peel, and it unwinds like a pinwheel.
And what else I like to do is the ones, if there's any left over, I'll wrap them in tinfoil, and I'll put them in the refrigerator. And then when I'm cooking something else, like for supper the next day, because, you know, we always have some crawfish that we still eat at the, you know, after the crawfish. But you take that, and you can put it, you know, in the oven, or you can take the just take the aluminum foil off, put it in the microwave, or if you're going to barbecue, you know, you go ahead and take that. It'll be a twice baked sweet potato.
Oh my gosh, some
and you
grill
put it out there.
mark,
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yes. So,
Yeah, sweet potatoes. Now I'm trying to get some of my sweet potatoes in the ground right now, and of course we're trying to go ahead and get the slips growing so we can get them in the ground, because we plant a lot of things. But the thing about sweet potatoes, they're healthy, they're nutritious, and they're full of riboflavin. And if for instance, in some countries in Africa, they use a white sweet potato, doesn't have riboflavin. They switch to this sweet potato, the Louisiana sweet potatoes, we could save over 100,000 people a year in Africa from blindness.
Really?
Just by switching the diet to this sweet potato, because it's packed with riboflavin, which is necessary, you know, to preserve your eyesight.
Is there any area where the sweet potato isn't just better than the potato?
Probably not.
I mean, it's healthier for you.
It is.
It tastes better.
Good. It is good.
It's leaner.
And if you look at
interestingly
Louisiana,
enough,
you know, we have, you know, the Evangeline, we have the Beauregards, and it's a big deal here. But we're trying to encourage more and more people to eat the sweet potato, because it's really healthier for you. It's full of fiber and very good.
Prep time is less. I mean, you can make a sweet potato faster than you make a baked potato.
You can take that sweet potato if you're in a hurry. You know, you got to stab it a few times with a fork before you put it in the microwave. If not, well, you can have a little mess in your microwave.
Well,
I can tell you that from experience, right? Yeah, I've come a long way in my cooking experience, right?
I mean, in the crawfish boil, that spicy sweet is irreplaceable. Absolutely irreplaceable. It was fantastic.
And it's a big, fun family event. That's the other thing. When you're there together eating crawfish, it's a family event. And what I did from the crawfish we had on Good Friday, the ones we had left, I peeled them. Then I took the corn, I shaved that, the sweet potatoes, and I cleaned that up, and I put it in a big pot. And I added about 2 pints of whipping cream to that, and then I cooked it down into like a thick
sauce,
soup. Right?
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Yes, and you know, and it had that spice in there, but it had all that sweetness and flavor. It was incredible.
The Easter weekend is just the gauntlet of crawfish. We go to my friend Bowman's house on Good Friday. We go to my cousin's house on Sunday. We used to go to my aunt's house in Mandeville on
Absolutely. Well, now
Saturday.
it's time to get them.
Boom, boom, boom. I mean, sodium levels be damned where we're going at this.
Well, you got all week to recover.
Right.
Drink plenty of water, right? Plenty of water all week. That's right. You got to have a little spike in your sodium for once in a while.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It shows up. It definitely shows up. He's Ag Commissioner Mike Strain. All right, back to the Strawberry Festival for this weekend. We got 2 minutes till break. Strawberry Festival this weekend. For those that haven't experienced it, you have to experience it in order to get the whole thing. Trying to sell this as just the talking points about it, the highlights of it. What separates Strawberry Festival from any other festival out there?
Well, I think what separates it, one, is a big family event. And again, it's all things about strawberries. They got music going on. They got dancing going on. They got booths that specialize. And I'm looking at the pictures now. You got strawberry waffles with the strawberry jam just coming across. And of course, that white powdered sugar. You can buy all things, with strawberries. But it's just fun. But also, it supports an industry.
Right.
All together. And also, if you want to go through downtown Ponchatoula, man, there's antique shops, there's restaurants there. And when you look at our strawberries, well, look, they
That's
just just absolutely better. Yeah, there you got a lot.
No. You see,
you see the difference.
You see the difference. All right, we're gonna put this up on our Facebook live stream in just a second.
That's right. It's all red all the way through.
Deep red.
It is.
It's a deep red versus the California strawberry going white and green at the top. And I've always thought, is that just a matter of ripeness?
Well, they probably picked them when they are greener, and then they ship them, and they allow them to ripen in transit. These are picked ripe off the vine.
He is Ag Commissioner Mike Strain. Stick around. When we come back, we're going to do a little side-by-side comparison to look at the juiciness inside and the flavor as well.
Flavor.
Yeah. Also, we're going to talk pecans. We got to talk legislative session. It's all coming your way. Right now, it's 8:30. Here's news. All right. So, Alondra, would you show this to the camera real quick? Get an up close and personal. When you look at it side by side.
Oh my God, that's a lot of Alondra.
Yeah, with the leather jacket on, looking like a badass.
Hey.
There you go.
Do we see this Facebook?
I can see it.
I'm gonna pick one up. Look at this. This is California. Boo. Well, actually, Mexico, right?
No, these are California strawberries.
Okay, I was not gonna.
Well, let's hope so. Anyway.
Well, no, the ones, so I went to Fresh Pick.
Yeah.
This
And felt like a
Louisiana
damn
right here.
fool, Mike, because I go there and they've got the Louisiana strawberries prominently in the front, like as soon as you walk in. By the way, $4.12 at Fresh Pickens Market, $3.74 at Walmart Marketplace. You're talking about a difference of a little over a quarter, maybe a little bit less than 50 cents to get that much better quality. You're not going to notice the difference in your wallet at all, and you're getting something really, really good versus something really, really meh. So.
We do
look at the difference.
Look at that difference.
Look at the difference.
Festival in Texas.
A what?
In Texas, it's in Poteet, our strawberry.
Poteet?
Yeah, Poteet, Texas.
I'd have messed that one up. Yeah, look at the difference, huh?
I mean,
Show
that
'em
is...
show them the difference there on Facebook.
Brace yourselves,
You
Facebook.
wanna really get down to brass tacks.
Look at the difference.
Dang.
Right?
Right, and so look how much strawberry you're getting in that Ponchatoula strawberry. And look how much, just, how you say, berry is there, but not strawberry. I guess that's a nice way to say it, huh?
I mean, you got...
Yeah.
I mean, the red part's where the juice is at. The part's where the flavor's at. I'm cutting into this thing and not getting messy.
Yeah.
That's a problem to me.
Yeah. Well, you're coring out the core. Those are not vine ripened. You wonder if they did vine ripen, but you know why they don't vine ripen them?
But now, I mean, it's all hollow to get back to where, and it's just pink.
Yeah.
Pink versus red.
Yeah.
Give me red all day long.
If they let them vine ripen, they might do better, but then they couldn't ship them across country and store them or whatever.
And that's so that's an important part of it as well.
Yeah, because those Liuza berries, those are fresh.
We got to dig back
Those
into
are
that once
fresh.
we're back on air.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are Vavites? What is Vavites?
Vavites?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Someone commented that.
Is it plant or animal?
I have no idea.
Vavites?
Vavites?
Uh.
Explain, Jason. God, that's loud. The Strawberry Festival is this weekend.
Yes.
I'm trying to think if I can make it out there.
It's been a couple years since I haven't been since the pandemic. Parking is awful. The parking.
What's there?
Parking for the Strawberry Festival. It's just, but all that goes away as soon as you actually get there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, well, you can put another 100,000 people in Ponchatoula.
Ponchatoula, I know.
It's Ponchatoula.
And there's only so many spots by the alligator cage.
That's right. That's right. Well, we park down by, there's a park off of 6th Street. Get there very early, pull our rigs in there, and then we go and line up. And so when the parade ends, that's where we end back.
Okay.
And then we go out the back way.
Okay.
And there's also on Saturday going to be the Dreams Come True Crawfish Ball at Lamar Dixon.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Dreams
I'm glad you brought
true.
that up because we're in the middle of the Dreams Come True Radiothon right now.
Dreams Come True Crawfish Boil. Lamar Dixon.
I don't know if I have to do that game on Saturday.
And I think
Oh no, Mike can do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do the softball one though.
April 15th, I will be there
All right.
with the Lieutenant Governor and Uncle Larry. Yes. So,
Uncle
Billy?
Larry?
yeah.
Billy and Mike. I would love to be in that room.
Oh my gosh. We misbehave on a good day. So one day we're shooting an actual a commercial, an advertising commercial. I say, hey Billy, let's swap lines. I say, okay, don't say it. So they're all up there, all serious. And I start off said, my name is Billy Nungesser. I am the Lieutenant Governor. I'm here to talk about, and then he did my line. And they're sitting there and they're just like deer in the headlights. And we start laughing. I said, all right. Yeah, that's and we get worse from there. And so tomorrow is National Pecan Day, and Monday is National Crawfish Day.
Okay.
But South Louisiana Crawfish Festival, Dreams Come True, and I will be there at 3:30 along with the Lieutenant Governor.
So there is a 50% chance of rain today. You've been hearing from Marissa Nuzzo all morning long. That chance of rain, it's going to diminish as the morning wears on. If you haven't gotten anything serious yet, you're not going to. It'll scale back to partly cloudy skies as we roll into the evening. Overnight low tonight, supposed to get down to about 55 degrees. Now, tomorrow, going to be a little bit warmer. We're topping out at 83 with an overnight low of 63. Saturday's rough. Saturday, we've got a 90% chance of rain and a high of 80. That rain is going to hang around in the overnight hours and then clear out to be cooler again on Sunday. Sunny skies on Sunday, high of 73. We're looking at 75 to start next week off. Right now, we're at 60. We're still at 61 degrees in downtown Baton Rouge.
Mm.
837 Talk 107.3 FM WBRP. So now you're just all about Al Green's greatest hits. Half an hour didn't know who he was.
I didn't know I was Al Green #1 fan over here.
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't know this song. I just played it.
How can you mend a broken heart?
Yeah, I saw the title.
It'll bring down the whole show.
Saw the title.
It's so slow. We're continuing with that, Commissioner Mike Stray. We got more energy than that over here.
I'm telling you. Well, you know, I brought you some
Love and
honey. We got
happiness.
strawberries here. You know, it is Thursday, right? We're getting ready for the big weekend. And, of course, I don't know about you, but I probably have some leftover Easter candy. Not much.
There's leftover Easter candy in the Haldane
That's
house
right.
for sure.
That's
I've
right.
been
Yeah.
trying my level best to fight it off, but no, it happens.
Yes,
It
it
happens.
does. It does.
Elmer's
Heavenly
out in full
hash.
force.
You know, I feel like that dark chocolate Heavenly Hash. Oh, I'm a big dark chocolate fan.
It goes well with the marshmallow that's inside it.
That's right.
And those 2 almonds that are like, ooh, a treat. And like the Heavenly Hash does it right. But here's the thing. Last year there was a shortage. By the way, Ed Commissioner Mike Strain this morning.
See, we're talking about food and Heavenly Hash.
So Elmer's right here in Louisiana,
That's right,
in
Elmer's.
Ponchatoula.
That's right.
So last year there was supposed to be a Heavenly Hash shortage. And this year, I couldn't find them anywhere in Baton Rouge.
Wow.
Not find. I found a couple of gold bricks, a couple of dark chocolate gold bricks. Could not find the heavenly hash anywhere. Pecan eggs were everywhere.
Yep.
Tomorrow's National Pecan Day, by the way. Pecan eggs were everywhere, but the heavenly hash, it's like people went out like it was giving away tickets to Willy Wonka's factory.
Wow.
There was nowhere to be found. So Sunday, on our way back from my cousin's house in Kenner, we're driving up Airline before we get on the interstate in Laplace, okay? The kids like to look at the alligators in the the canal right there. So we're in Laplace.
As long as they look and don't play with them.
Well, no. We try not to play with them. It backs up traffic. So we stop at the Walgreens in Laplace, and I'm like, I haven't been able to find Heavenly Hash anywhere. Let's stop in here. And oh, by the way, it's Easter Sunday, so I don't even know if they're open, but if they are, they're probably 50% off. I bought an entire box.
Wow.
They had the entire, all of the Heavenly Hash in the world were at the Walgreens in Laplace, and we stocked up. So
when we were kids, my grandmother would make heavenly hash from scratch. And oh my goodness. And I still think about that. That's one of if I ever get to where I can cook a little bit like confectionery, I'm going to try it.
Okay.
But yeah, so, she had like a crust in the bottom, and then with the marshmallows and the chocolate, and would use pecans. And it was just unbelievable.
Crazy. And Elmer's is right here.
Yeah.
That's the beauty part.
They're right
they
here.
do it better than just about anybody out there. And they're
have you
right
ever been?
here.
Have you ever been there?
No, I have not.
It is spotless. I've been
Field
there.
trip?
Yeah. Oh, it's wonderful. Oh, yeah. I've been out there, and it's magnificent. They've got it's a solid company. Been Louisiana for more than 100 years. Good employers. But when you go in that candy factory, right? There's not a spot of dirt anywhere. It's kept clean, spotless. It's quiet. And I'm watching them make that candy. I'm watching how it's done, right? And it's incredible. Yeah, and they keep it real cool, and it's nice, cool, air conditioned. Chill because of all the chocolate.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like being in Willy Wonka's. It really is. It's
okay.
incredible.
Minus the
smell,
Oompa Loompas.
Well, it may be. Might be a few Cajuns in there. Where we can go in and have some fun. But we always have a good time.
We got Commissioner Mike Schrain in with us. Okay, so during the break, and if you're watching on Facebook Live, you've already seen this. During the break, we did the little side-by-side challenge here of taking a look at the strawberries as a whole. You got your California versus your Louisiana. Okay, so Dr. Strain, the first thing I think anybody notices is, and this is kind of across the board, the California ones for some reason are larger.
They're larger. They probably have grown, in that California climate much faster, and it could be a different variety. But the main thing is when you look at it, when you cut that berry, you look at that base. You only have really what I call strawberry around the edge.
Yeah.
Right around. You got a great big berry, but not a lot of strawberry.
So inside it's cored out to where it's all white on the inside.
Yeah, it almost looks like an apple on the inside. But if you look at these Liuza berries, right, it's strawberry all the way. And look at the core. The core's red.
Yeah.
And so it shows you that our climate, our alluvial soil, and these are picked ripe on the vine.
Right.
I would believe that this berry that we're looking at that came from California was picked green and then shipped. And because you can see the top here, that's not ripe yet.
No,
that's not ripe. Now
and it's not gonna get ripe though.
No,
it's gonna stay that way
ripe.
until it's
so
bad.
You can look through all those Louisiana berries, those certified Louisiana berries, all through. You're not gonna find a single one that is not ripe all the way. And look how brilliant red. And look at the difference too, in these berries. But this strawberry, you can tell when you look at them. This is brilliant, deep. Almost a blood red. It's just red, but it's strawberry all the way through, and absolutely delicious.
And
that's the difference.
Flavor as well.
Oh, of course, it's all flavor.
The color and the flavor kind of go hand in hand. The more red it is, it's both simultaneously more sweet and more tart.
And I will, when I buy these, I'll put some in the refrigerator, and of course, I like to eat them. And you're talking about good on a salad. You take this with pecans on a salad.
Okay.
But I also like to put these in the freezer. Freeze them, just the whole pint. Put them in the freezer, and when you take them out, you let them thaw for about 3 or 4 minutes and just eat them frozen. Remember eating strawberry ice cream?
I do.
And when you chew through the strawberry part, how it tastes, right?
Yep.
Well, you can get that same. I mean, this is full of sugar, and natural sugar.
Natural sugars,
and it's delicious. But as a frozen treat, just by itself, because you and I, and of course you're a little thinner than I am, I think. See, I like that. You got that? How we do that? I think
all camera angles here.
Yes, all camera angle, but healthy, nutritious, right? Low calorie, very good. And when you have that sweet tooth, right, and you're going crazy, late at night, and you've got to have something. Look, frozen strawberries.
So the meal replacement shake with Go Slim Nutrition, who I'm not looking forward to going away in tomorrow because of Easter Sunday last Sunday. So I'll do the meal replacement shake, and I'll throw a couple of Louisiana strawberries frozen. You freeze them first, and then replaces the ice.
Yes.
In your protein smoothie. So very versatile.
And I've been actually doing some cooking with strawberries. Chef Jeremy, they're from Homer's House.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And so he's taught me, and of course, we went last about 2 weeks ago, and we had his mother's praline recipe, but he taught me how to cook using strawberries.
Mm-hmm.
And what I did, he first showed me some beautiful fresh tuna that he would sear on both sides, and he had a cooked down sauce using, it's like strawberries. He also likes to use sugars and that sort of thing. But I took some fresh strawberries, and I put that in with half brown sugar, half white sugar, and just a little bit of water, and then I cooked that down with some pecans and strawberries, and I made this beautiful sauce, and of course I put that on top of that fresh tuna, and it was incredible. Now that's healthy, and sweet, and it almost gave it just almost a little candy glaze on the top. It was just incredible.
We got Commissioner Dr. Mike Strain in the house talking a little bit about, we've been talking a lot about strawberries, but we've got to pivot real quick.
Yes.
And talk about a crawfish festival coming up tomorrow.
Yes.
Because, I've been telling you at least twice a day now for the last 13 days, minus the weekend. Go to talk1073.com. The Dreams Come True Radiothon continues all month long at talk1073.com. Your response thus far has been overwhelming, Baton Rouge, and we greatly appreciate it. But we're going to kick it up to another level here because coming up at the Lamar Dixon Expo Center this weekend.
Yes, it's going to be the South Louisiana Crawfish Festival. It starts at 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. It goes all day. Mm-hmm. It's admission to get in is $5. South Louisiana Crawfish Festival, Dreams Come True of Louisiana. It's a wonderful cause. And I will be there along with our Lieutenant Governor, Billy Nungesser. We'll be there around 3 o'clock, 3:30. Oh, I know. How you say that? That's double trouble, right?
It is double trouble.
We're going to pass a real good time, right? And so we're going to be handing out trophies, and they made us both promise to behave ourselves a little bit, but that's not going to happen.
No,
right?
it's not going to happen.
But it's going to be really, really good, and there's going to be a big crawfish cooking contest.
Okay.
And so it's a lot of fun, and you are going to get some real fine crawdaddies.
Oh, yeah.
And if you look, you're going to have the corn, you're going to have the sausage, you're going to have the potatoes, everything's going to be in it. And, of course, all cooked down. And you have all these people competing because there's a crawfish cooking contest. And it's going to be a lot of fun for a good cause. And, again, that's this Saturday. And now is the time. Just because now we are past Easter and Good Friday.
Yeah. This is when it ramps up. You got about, 2 months of.
Yeah. Well, I think the crawfish season actually will not be quite 2 months. I think it's going to taper a little faster.
Really?
This year, yes, because of some of the weather patterns we had. And we're also seeing what's happening. You've seen the price of crawfish has come down substantially. Okay. And so I think you're going to have a shorter crawfish season. So don't wait till July. You need to start. You need to eat these crawfish now because they're nice. They're really nice in size. The price is right. Now is the time. I think it's going to be a little shorter. And the other thing is that we've seen a rise in the value of rice and the other commodities. So some of the farms are already, draining the crawfish ponds and putting rice in the ground.
Okay.
So they're planting a lot of rice.
Okay, so the more valuable rice is, it can shorten the crawfish season.
The crawfish season, and we're having to get the crops in the ground. And if you've seen some of the other commodities, we're looking at sugar, record prices for sugar.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It hit 47 cents yesterday. And so we're watching all of these commodities, and there's other reasons for that. What's happening is that, worldwide, there's a imbalance in supply and demand. So demand is growing faster than supply in many, many, many commodities, driving these commodity prices. And so, but I think if you look at agriculture, as soon as you see dust flying, what I mean by that is we're out there in the fields getting everything in the ground, going to utilize every square inch. And if you look at sugar, why that sugar land is so valuable, those acres are so valuable, because we're up to an average of over 8,000 pounds of sugar per acre. Average.
We talked about this last time.
And
it is really remarkable, darn near miraculous, to get that kind of turnaround on that kind of square footage.
If you look since 1960, we have increased agricultural production fourfold. fourfold and only double the amount of inputs going in. So if you look at, we're going to try, our goal is to triple production from where we're at. Think about that, triple production
From where we are
where we're
now.
at in the next 30 years. Can we do it? Yes. Do we have to do it? Well, actually, we have to feed the growing world population. But now think about 24,000 pounds of sugar per acre. Think about that.
You know,
And-
hey, we've only got a minute till break, and we're gonna touch on the legislative session before we close out. But we've only got a minute before break. Ag Commissioner Mike Strain is our guest. Are we able to export our knowledge as much as we are our products?
Yes, we are. And one of the things that we do share our knowledge. And when you look at agriculture knowledge, that these papers, when they're published, like from ag centers and research institutions, they're public.
Yeah.
And so the other thing that we do, and you need to come with me to some of the field days, is that anyone can come. And so we'll have students and guests from all over the world coming to our agriculture field days at our ag centers and working directly, as research students, graduate students. We do export that knowledge because, again, when you talk about food, the diplomacy of food, is the greatest form of diplomacy there is.
He is Ag Commissioner Dr. Mike Strain. We got one segment to go. We'll touch on the legislative session when we come back. Right now, here's your money now. It's 8:50. Went and pulled up the bands. This is going to be the same as our what's the one we do with Roland? Swamp Pop. Yeah. Same bands.
Swamp Pop
Middle-
and Pearl River?
No, here.
Oh, here.
Gonzales.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, when you do Swamp Pop and Pearl River, you in the swamp.
Literally.
No,
My sister-in-law lives on the swamp.
Really?
Yeah. Like their backyard it just goes down into water.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
To help. You know how we all like sign up to help or whatever?
Yeah.
And I went, and I was there maybe 15 minutes, and Brittany was like, "You can go home." And I was like,
We
I
overstaffed.
drove- Yeah, I was like, I drove longer than I was here.
Yeah, but like you also got the day off.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point.
Yeah. So, like, I was like, well, I'm not going to waste the trip. So I went to the outlets.
Okay. Yeah. So, like in Pearl River, like that's Ashland Drive.
Yeah.
So there's 59, or
Yep.
yeah. Yeah, there's 59. There's Ashland Drive. That's my sister-in-law's house is right there.
Wow.
So, what was it? I mean, there's like literally nothing.
Nothing
behind
there.
it.
Yeah, that is a swamp now.
Yeah.
That Honey
big time.
Island Swamp.
Honey Island Swamp.
A big time.
And they've lived there for almost 2 decades now and have never had an alligator come up in their yard.
What?
Really?
And I'm like, how?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. There was a battle in the swamp in the Civil War.
I did not know that.
Yeah, yeah, and the South lost because their powder was wet. Yeah, they had all these. A lot of the Cajun Confederates would hide up in the swamp, come out and harass the Union, go back in the swamp, and so they went back in there and found them.
The original guerrilla warfare, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
You want strawberry?
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm not going to offer you the other ones.
No, don't, please don't. My gosh, if I on Facebook eating California berry.
No.
Not great optics. Yeah.
Yep, these are good.
So I've DJ'd both of those reception halls out at Liuz's before. The one that Taylor had his in was it's the smaller of the two venues, but it's so nice.
Yeah.
I hate it as a DJ though because it's split. The greenery, like the room where the dance floor is at.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the other room where the food and the bar is at are behind you.
Oh.
And as a wedding DJ, if it's you versus the bar, you're losing every time.
Oh.
Everyone will go over by the bar. Oh, look, there's a place to sit. And now it's like I'm over here, spinning tunes for nobody.
Have you seen that video of that girl and she's like super drunk and she goes up to the DJ booth and orders a drink and he's like, "This is the DJ booth," and she's like, "3 sambucas."
Yeah, she's 6 sheets in the wind.
Yeah,
Mhm.
6 sheets. Yeah. At that point, you need to get cut off.
Yeah.
Mistaking the DJ booth for the bar.
I get pissed when people just put their drinks down on the table.
Yeah.
It's like this is not for that.
Yeah.
If I'm pissed enough, I'll give them back to them.
Yeah.
But at that point, you're basically starting shit. So I just throw them away. Full or not, I throw them away.
That's fair. I told Brian that if I ever get married, if he'd DJ my wedding, he said no.
Same thing I
No.
told Taylor.
Just no.
When she gets married, I would like to be invited.
yes.
I would
Be
not
invited.
work.
Uh-huh.
That's what I told her. I said, Taylor, if you're stuck, I'll do it. But I would rather be a guest at your wedding. I would rather you be my friend than me be your contracted DJ.
Honestly, think that I'd be more of like a live band person than like a DJ person.
My band at ours,
Yeah, I think
the Bucktown All Stars, who are
Yeah.
still together today.
Really?
Yes,
Bucktown.
Wow.
I got married
Bucktown.
21 years ago.
I think I'd be more of a live band person
Okay.
than I would be like a DJ. Or maybe like half and half.
Yeah.
Like the DJ plays a little bit, the band plays a little bit.
Think about expensive.
Yeah.
Because your band's going to run you. A DJ will run you about $600, $700.
Yeah.
A band is going to run you, if you want somebody good,
Like
probably
thousands.
7-8 grand.
Wowzer.
I'm just getting mariachis.
Wowzer. It's
Right?
Wowzer.
Yeah.
Wowzer. Wowzer. Versus running away to the islands for a little wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of Pearl River. 856 Talk 107.3 FM WBRP. We got one second.
Oh, Lord.
In case if you weren't watching on Facebook, you missed that whole thing. We just planned an Alondra destination wedding in the middle of a Honey Island
Yeah,
swamp.
in the middle of the honey. You know, it's very unique,
It is.
right?
I mean,
Yes.
why
Yeah,
not?
Yeah, friends and critters of all types.
Be sweating at my hypothetical wedding.
You could do it in the wintertime.
Yeah.
A winter in
I
the
mean,
swamp
winter's probably better anyway because,
Yeah, less-
reptiles.
and mosquitoes.
Right. Well, also that.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
We got just a couple minutes left. Some serious business to get to. What are you looking at in this legislative session?
Well, we have a number of bills in this session. One, we have a bill dealing with the way that grain is graded, and that's a major piece of legislation. And so what happened is that last year when we had all that, that really bad weather for a short period of time, it affected the soybean crops. And then we did an internal review and looking at everything, and what we found is that some of the elevators were using non-licensed and potentially untrained people to grade grain. And when we started studying the law said we may require it. Well, we shall require it because that grader, that's a tractor trailer load of grain.
Okay.
And so which is quite a tremendous value, and depending on that grade. And so, most grain elevators use certified licensed graders. Now we're going to make sure they all do. And just to tighten that up a bit, so that's a grain law. And then we're going to be updating some soil and water language, and because some of this stuff in the soil and water conservation districts goes back to the 1930s. And
Wow.
So that's because if you look at the soil and water conservation districts, we have 44 that's under my jurisdiction, Office of Soil and Water. I'm the Commissioner of Soil and Water Conservation as well. And so it's a public-private partnership. It's state and federal and private. So we'll be updating that language, bringing it to modern times. I'm also going to be working with Representative Mike Eccles on foreign ownership of Louisiana agricultural land. And 22 states have already enacted legislation basically prohibiting foreign powers that are adversaries from buying up farmland.
HB 125. I'm
HB
writing that one down.
125 by Eccles. And there's also language going through the United States Congress. We'll also be monitoring a number of bills. There are bills dealing with a host of things. There's going to be a bill where we are taking a look at all cellulosic materials that are either burned or discarded And what we're going to do is put together a team, a task force to look at alternative uses. And that's exciting because that is developing rapidly. If you look at cellulose, anything not used, we need to figure out a way to utilize it at a profit for the farmer, whether it's energy, whether it's chemicals, whether it's precursors. So it'll be a lot of that. And then, of course, there's going to be a lot of hemp legislation going on.
A lot of hemp legislation. We're actually going to get into that as the session wears on. In fact, let's put that on the topic of things to talk about because we should have some resolutions of where bills have headed the next time you come on.
That's right.
Absolutely. In the meanwhile, Strawberry Fest is this weekend. Crawfish Festival at Lamar Dixon Expo Center to benefit Dreams Come True. And if you have not yet done so, visit talk1073.com to donate to the Dreams Come True Radiothon. He's Ag Commissioner Dr. Mike Strain. We always appreciate the time, sir. It's always a fun time when you're here. By the way, did the strawberry comparison in real time with no prep work, and that went about as to plan as you could expect.
Absolutely. It doesn't get more drastic. You know, when you look at comparable, this is a fine strawberry, Papa.
Gorgeous. Moon Griffon's next. Thank y'all for playing along. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh man, yeah, the Layous is. So that's the same family that has the restaurant in New Orleans, right? Same Layous.
No, but I'm sure they're not a big family.
I've never followed
Probably
up.
is.
But it's also the same. So Matt Layuza that went to Rummel and played baseball for LSU. I'm pretty sure they're the same.
Probably cousins.
Cousins, I think. Yeah.
But these Layuzas, they've been on that farm in Ponchatoula for generations.
Yeah. A-meat.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
A-meat. So, yeah. All right, my friend.
No, I greatly appreciate it. I will have follow-up on HP 125 for sure, because that's one.
Yeah, take a look at that.
Now you're talking about you're going from farm to national security at that point.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And it's a big ticket discussion item. Big ticket item. Yes. Yep. Well, thank you, my friend.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for the honey.
And on the hemp, I regulate the growth of Louisiana hemp. But once it's grown, that's under health and hospitals. So all this hemp legislation.
But it started under you, right?
No, never did.
Where did it go before that?
It didn't exist. No, when it came out of the chute. So under the USDA, that I have a cooperative endeavor agreement. So all the hemp is grown under a USDA contract. That's the only hemp can be grown.
Right.
And so once it's grown and it is harvested and we test it, it's free to go to market. Right. After that, Health and Hospitals regulates the manufacturing and processing of it into alternative things, not fiber, but chemicals.
Right, because it's medicinal. Does that?
Well, it could be. The FDA has not really made those determinations yet.
Okay. I just thought that's why it is the way it is. Now, is there a move to push all of it back towards one?
The big move is to eliminate any hemp-derived chemical. Period. And so,
what would we do with our CBD?
You wouldn't have any.
No.
Yeah, that's kind of what's. Yeah, that's the move there. And to only allow medical marijuana to sell CBD and THC products.
So I'm going to move over to medical marijuana then.
You do CBD?
Mm-hmm. I take CBD oil to help me sleep. I take it on a Friday because it works.
Mm-hmm.
I can't take CBD oil on a regular night and wake up the next morning.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never tried CBD.
A lot of CBD products that you buy over the counter are predominantly melatonin.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, so when you take these over-the-counter ones and you test them, what you find is some of them are predominant melatonin.
I hesitate to admit this to Louisiana's Agriculture Commissioner. The CBD I get comes from Kentucky. Former
Probably
LSU,
pretty good stuff.
Former LSU Tiger pitcher Lewis Coleman.
Yeah.
Kentucky's best hemp. He advertised on the Skills Show.
The issue is that.
Oh, sorry, Facebook. We'll see y'all tomorrow.